creativity. I think it's a very creative profession. Most of the people I work with like to try new things, like to make things, get a great deal of satisfaction out of making something. Team players love to work with other people to make things. Great deal of a weird combination, I think, between being these extroverted and introverted, in that they love working with people but have an incredible listening skills. They're the people who can really, anybody in communications is in a service industry, and they're really about translating what other people want into something that they might not know what it is quite. So our job is to really, really listen to what other people want and give it back to them in a way better way than they even imagined it. So.
Yeah, 3 points. First is the foundation of skill sets that I'd mentioned before, and I can't emphasize that enough. So writing, photography, audio, and video editing. The second thing is, like Teresa had said, getting along well with you, just being a nice person. Being the kind of person that's a real pleasure to gab with on the phone or emails or whatever. People always like dealing with friendly, cool, good-natured people, have a sense of humor and grace under pressure and deadlines and so on. And then the third thing is work ethic. And I would describe a ferocious work ethic, a really hungry, when the deadline is at 4, you're in at 2 kind of deadline. And it's good, shining product that the editor goes, wow, that's awesome. Right? And you're a nice person, and you know what you're doing.
If I had to pick one thing for a journalist, and this can be hard to teach, is curiosity, and that's on 2 levels. One, if you're trying to come up with things to write about, stories to tell, I mean, you really need to be interested in everything. You need to be asking questions, looking at the world with a critical eye. So curiosity, both on the professional, or on that level, on the sort of storytelling level, but then also the field is changing so quickly that the skills that you'll be asked to learn and try over your career would be immensely varied. And so a curiosity about learning, about trying new things, about trying new skills. If you're not interested in the world around you, or if your tendency is to go small, to look at tiny details in this big world, may or may not be the best field.
Quite amazing. Did you want to say one?
Yeah, I want to add one thing that I've really noticed is intuition about people. A communicator is almost like a stand-up comic, in that a stand-up comic knows when the room's falling asleep. And a good communicator just has that sense of what people need in order to pay attention and get that message. So that's really important. Another one I'm thinking is really having an ability and an interest in developing new skills. If you look at some of the brand new employers who are ruling the world, one of them is Google, and the people in Google really are quite generalists. They're going to maybe write some JavaScript, and they're going to do all the things that you say people should be able to do. And so they're not really people who say, this is my job and only my job, and I'm only going to do this. They're people who say, okay, can I learn how to do that too? And that's the new communicator.